Hey guys, Nina here, welcoming you to another reading from the Ladies of Horror Picture Prompt Monthly Challenge, hosted by Elaine Pascale on her channel, The Godmother of Horror. If you'd like to read along or read previously published pieces, please visit spreadingthewritersword.com or ladiesofhorror.com. In the meanwhile, enjoy the reading.
Xingirl by K.R. Morrison. Ryan needed space. This is what he told his friends and family. A time to get his head around his current life situation without unneeded help from those around him. He sure had that space now. In fact, he had no idea where he was, only that he was in the uncharted depths of a mountain forest somewhere in China. He had started out in a remote place that morning, but even then he'd had some idea as to where he was. Now it was growing late. He had run out of food and water, and the batteries on everything he had with him were low or completely shot. He stumbled forward through the gathering dusk, hoping and praying that he would come across someone, somewhere, who could point him to sanctuary for the coming night. The weak beam from his flashlight had all but petered out when he saw a sight that sent his heart leaping with joy. A light flickered ahead of him, and without thought he flew toward it. Funny how very much like moths we are when the light becomes paramount. He stopped short at the edge of a small clearing where he beheld an old man sitting before a blazing fire. He looked up, startled at Ryan's presence. Ryan paused, wondering how he would communicate. He didn't know the language, never imagining that he would be in a place that he didn't know his own tongue. He opened his mouth to make an attempt, but to his surprise the old man just grinned and indicated a spot beside him. He produced a plate and filled it with fish from the grill over the fire. Ryan, tears in his eyes, sat down beside him. The fish was hot from the fire, but he wolfed it down regardless of the heat. Then the man produced some water, and his new companion spent no time washing it down. There was a noise outside of the light, in the now complete darkness that surrounded them. Ryan tensed as he saw a figure coming toward them. Then, biggest wonder of all, a beautiful young woman stepped into the firelight. Ryan's jaw dropped as she came closer. He'd never seen such a beautiful creature. She sat next to him, and Ryan became awash in exhilaration. Or was it something else? He wasn't sure anymore. They didn't talk much. Ryan told her his name, and she had indicated that hers was something like Xing. The old man offered his name also, but Ryan hardly heard him, something like Yeren. Now Ryan found himself in a dazed semi-swoon. He shook his head, trying to clear it. He was tired beyond comprehension, so much so that he was starting to hallucinate. He blinked a few times, not willing to believe what he was seeing, until she reached an arm around him and picked him up from where he sat. He was so terrified that he couldn't even let out a scream. The now animal dragged him off into the mountains, struggling and kicking, but to no avail. The old man watched, still smiling. Yes, his daughter had made a good choice. His people would live on.